Hey, Amber Lampe. I'm excited to chat with you. If you guys don't know, it's Brian Cook. She's up in Boone, Iowa. I'm here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we want to teach you and help you become better at inviting. It's one I know, Amber, it's one of your favorite things too. And you're really good at getting people in your home, getting people to a website. So let's just share our thoughts here in a very short period of time about inviting. So I'm going to kick it over to you and let you fire it off.
Awesome, thanks. Well, let's first by just telling everyone there's two different ways we're going to say events. So there's different types of events. The one would be an actual, let's start with a non in-home meeting. So example, send them to your website, which is my favorite because they can be anywhere in the world and go to a website. And the other event would be, if you're doing an in-home event, would obviously be someplace that you're physically going to be with them in person. So right. That's really the two, let's just say there's two different types of inviting that we're going to talk about today.
Okay, perfect. And I guess we'll just kind of go in that order of inviting somebody to a website. I think the most important key that people forget about is that you have to be excited. I was just talking to Rohan up in Canada. When you talk to somebody, you've got to find this excitement level inside of you that is so freaking contagious, because 80% of all decision making, 80% of all everything is emotional. So when you go into emotional level, and I always love just using the word, I am so fired up, I'm so excited, you're so lucky, and just as I just said right there, I just up the energy. And when versus going, Amber,
yes,
I got
Brian.
this website I would like you to look at, versus like, Amber, holy cow, I'm so excited, we're on the phone together, I got this website that's going to knock your socks off. You don't even have to have socks off, it's going to knock them off. That's the difference. It's going to make people go, I don't know what that person's on, but I want to be on it.
Yeah, well, you're piquing curiosity, and honestly, people are dealing with 87%. I think the last statistic I heard is everything they hear or they're around is negative. So you have to be that shine or that beacon of light, and it comes from excitement and also passion. So those two things, Brian, really is the key. Be excited and be passionate. Believe in what you're doing. It's a gift you're sharing. Share it.
Absolutely. So do you do any kind of exercises before maybe you get on the phone, or when you're going to do a follow-up to get your excitement up? I mean, I'll share what I do is I know where I'm going to be. You know where you're going to be in 3 to 5 years. We know where we're going to be. And what gets me excited is that I'll have the options to get into a private jet, a private car, take me to the airport, private jet to go anywhere I want. It won't be Boone, Iowa, but to go anywhere like that, that gets me fired up. And the kind of income I know, I can visualize the numbers in my bank account. And that gets me excited, because not only does that going to do something for me, but I can pass that vision onto my prospect, that they can have that too. Is there anything that you do to get prepped up and get that mindset so you're just like exuding positivity, excitement, great energy towards the people you're talking to?
There's a couple things that I'll do, and it kind of depends on the day, but every time, if I have any type of hesitation, Brian, and yes, I have it sometimes, and it's a mindset, and then I go, oh, what am I doing? I need to get in my mindset. And so I look at the pictures of my kids and I go, yeah, I am not going to look them in the eye and disappoint them by me not picking up the phone and sharing this. So it's really tied into your why. And you shared that yours is obviously tied to your why as well. But mine is just simply looking at a picture, and I have it on my desktop and going, yeah, I'm picking up the phone. This is why I'm doing it and building a legacy. So that's one thing I do. The other thing I do is music. I stand up, because, it's posture. And so I'll stand up and I'll kind of do my little Rocky dance, and I'll put on some music, or I'll watch a video. So those are basically the three things that I do.
Love it. And just as we speak, looking over your right shoulder is a picture of a BMW that you're going to be getting. So
the 535,
Yeah, that's very cool as well. And as you just mentioned, it's 535. It's not just a BMW; it's a 535. So those guys. That's what I want you to take away from here is excitement. We can transition that over into a home event. What are some things you would do versus let's say an internet event versus a home event? How would you treat that differently?
Well, I think obviously the foundation's the same. And I think that's the cool thing is we do keep it so simple here, Brian, on 2.0, is that the foundation's the same. So excitement, passion, And in this case, because you're going to be able to physically spend time with them, there needs to be an incentive. There needs to be a draw for them to come meet you, and so in our case, I buy dinner. We have when on our personal meetings that we run here, we have a dinner beforehand where they get to meet the leaders and spend some time with us intimately before the event. And so I buy dinner. I mean, that's my incentive is I buy dinner, and if at all absolutely humanly possible, you better pick them up. So I know you're going to touch on that some more.
Yeah, I agree. So basically, for lack of better words, but it's true, you're giving them a bribe because we all eat. We have to all eat. And you're saying, look, let me take care of something you have to do for you. I will drive you so we can have some time in the car together, hanging out. I like to, if you're going to invite Sarah to go somewhere, so you'd say, hey, got this great event. I'm excited. You're going to meet Amber Lampe and Chuck Lampe. They are leaders in the industry. This is something that could change your life. But listen, I want to spend some girlfriend time with you, hang out in the car. I'll come pick you up. We'll chat. Maybe we go grab lunch before. The Lampes are really good about providing food, but maybe you and I just go have lunch before, and we get some more time together, and then I'll drive you over to their house. We'll hang out for a half hour to 45 minutes. You can see what I see, and then that way I'll take you home when we're done. I mean, that takes away a lot of objections for people not to show up to an event. So
absolutely. And I think the one thing on both on invitations that a lot of people miss is telling them why you're thinking of them. So the line that I always use is that I value your opinion, and I'm so excited that I want to share this with you. So throw a compliment in there that be genuine. But that really, once you tell people why you thought of them and you don't miss that step, their defense comes down, and the chance of any objections or questions will come down. They're going to be a lot more open to be receiving the gift you're giving.
Well, and I remember me inviting you to an event, you and Chuck, and I said, you're some of my favorite people. I love you guys to death. You're smart. I think would be, we could partner up together and change the world. And those were true compliments that I gave to you. And I just said, I want you guys, because I value your opinion, and I want you guys to take a look at what I'm taking a look at. And it was all genuine, and we have a respect for each other. And you guys said, okay, we'll take a look. And I think that's the same thing as you said. You talk to a friend that maybe you went to high school with or you used to work with, and you say, Amber, you're one of the smartest people I know. And I've seen something that is, I know where it's going to take me, and you're going to meet these other leaders that we're really excited. There's a movement going on where people are able to rewrite their story. And I don't know if you're living your absolute dreams or not, Amber. If you when you were 6 and 7 and dreaming about being an adult, if that's the life you're living right now, I would say probably not, because most people aren't. But I want you to have that opportunity to see something that would allow you to rewrite your story the way you want it, the way you envision it when you're a young child, and live that with me. And all I want you to do is I want to come pick you up, take you to lunch, take you to dinner, go sit through a short business opportunity presentation, and then that way you can make a educated decision if you want to join us or not. That's how I would invite somebody.
Yeah, it doesn't get any simpler than that.
Perfect. Truly. All right. Well, unless you have anything to add, we've been about 5 minutes. I want to cut the video off.
No, I say the only thing I have to add is do it and do it and do it.
Art Williams, love it. Thanks, girl.